Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss numericals of lesson number 5 part 2. In the first part, we discussed the important concept of this lesson and the formulas. Those who have not seen the first part, the link is given in the description box. Please go through the first part. Let us start. The next question. A thermally insulated pot has 150 gram ice at temperature 0 degrees Celsius. How much steam of 100 degrees Celsius has to be mixed to it so that water of temperature 50 degrees Celsius will be obtained? This is the question. That means thermally insulated pot, there is no exchange of heat with the surroundings. And the pot contains 150 gram ice is there. We know the temperature of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. On passing steam over ice, steam temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. Ice is 0 degrees Celsius. So heat will flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. That means ice will absorb heat from steam. So steam temperature will decrease and ice temperature will increase. Because of increase in temperature, ice will melt. We know ice at 0 degrees Celsius, ice at 0 degrees Celsius will get converted to water at 0 degrees Celsius. Till all the ice get converted to water, the temperature will remain at 0 degrees Celsius only. Okay. After that, the temperature of water will increase and it will become 50 degrees Celsius. Okay. For the temperature of water to become 50 degrees Celsius, how much steam is required? How much? That means mass of steam we want to find out. So here ice gained temperature or absorbed heat. Now in the case of steam, we know steam temperature will decreases. That is, steam temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. On decreasing, steam will undergo condensation. That means steam will get converted to water. Water at, here also two processes is taking place. First, it will get converted to water at 100 degrees Celsius. And then water at 100 degrees Celsius will become water at 50 degrees Celsius. 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, that means steam temperature is reduced 50 degree. Okay, this is the question. So we want to find out how much steam is required to make the temperature of water 50 degree Celsius. So question is clear. Let us start with what is given. So in the question, it is given that 150 gram ice at 0 degree. That means mass of ice is given 150. Mass of steam we don't know. Let it be M1. Specific heat of ice, water and steam is same. 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Next is delta T. Delta T means difference in temperature. Higher temperature minus lower temperature. Ice initial temperature is 0. Now it get converted to water at 50 degrees Celsius. That means difference in temperature is 50 minus 0. That is equal to 50. Okay. Steam initial temperature is 100. It lost heat. Okay. So temperature became 50. That is difference in temperature is 100 minus 50 is equal to 50. Okay. Now, specific heat of ice is given 80 calorie per gram and steam is 540 calorie per gram. These are the things given in the question. Now, to find mass of steam. Here we have to use both the formulas. Q is equal to mc delta T and Q is equal to ml. So let us start with our solution. First we will write for ice. Ice we can write in the case of ice. Ice at 0 degree Celsius. Okay. First will get converted to water at 0 degree Celsius. 0 degree Celsius. Okay. Now water at 0 degree Celsius will get converted to water at 50 degree Celsius. Okay. So here we will put arrow mark. Ice at 0 degree is converting to water at 0 degree. Then water at 0 degree Celsius will get converted to water at 50 degree Celsius. Okay. No. Here ice at 0 degree is converting to water at 0 degree. 0, 0. Temperature remains constant. But ice get converted to water. That means solid became liquid. Phase is changing, but temperature is constant. So we have to use which formula? Q is equal to ml plus water at 0 degree Celsius will get converted to water at 50. Temperature is changed, but there is no change in the state. So here we have to use this formula, that is Q is equal to mc delta T. Okay. So we can write the heat energy absorbed by water is Q is equal to ml plus mc delta T. Let it be equation number 1. Okay. Now, in the case of steam, we can write. So here, ice absorbed heat. Now, in the case of steam, we can write. Steam also, steam at 100 degrees Celsius will get converted to steam at 100 degrees Celsius. Sorry, degrees Celsius. Okay. Steam at 100 degrees Celsius will get converted to water at 100 degrees Celsius. It will get converted to, okay, water at 100 degrees Celsius. Then water at 100 degrees Celsius will get converted to water at 50 degrees Celsius. Okay. Here also steam at 100 degree become steam at 100 degree, water at 100 degree. Temperature remains constant, but state is changed. Steam is in vapor state, water is in liquid state. So here we have to use the formula Q is equal to ml. Here we took mass of steam as m1. So we can write here m1 L1 plus water at 100 degree become water at 50 degree. Temperature is changed, state is same, liquid only. Okay, so here we have to use the formula Q is equal to mc delta T formula we have to use. Okay, so we can write here Q is equal to mass is m1, so m1 c1 delta T1. Okay, is that clear? m1 c1 delta T1. Let it be equation number 2. From equation 1 and 2, by the principle of heat exchange, we can write here this is Q1. Okay, we took absorption of heat as Q. So the loss of heat of steam we can write as Q1. Okay, so from equation 1 and 2, by the principle of heat exchange, we can write Q is equal to Q1. Q is equal to Q1. What is Q? Q is ML plus MC delta T. Okay, we'll substitute the value of Q. So instead of Q, we can write ML plus MC delta T. What is ML? M is mass of the ice, that is 150 into L is 80 plus MC delta T. M is 150 into C is 1 into delta T is 50 plus, sorry, equal to Q over now Q1. Q is equal to Q1. Q1 is M1 L1. M1 we don't know. We'll write as M1 only into L1 is 540 plus M1 into M1 into C1. C1 is 1 into 1 into delta T is 50. Okay. Now 150 into 80. 150 into 80 is 12,000 plus 150 into 50 is 7,500 is equal to 540 M1 plus 50 M1. Okay. 12,000 plus 7,500 is 19,500 is equal to 540 plus 50, 590 M1. Okay. We can find out M1 from this, that is M1 is equal to 19,500 divided by 590. 0, 0 will get cancelled. We will get 1950 divided by 59. That is equal to M1 is equal to, we will get on dividing, we will get 33.05 gram. Okay, or approximating, we can write M1 is equal to 33 gram. Okay, so this is the mass of steel. We can write, therefore, the mass of steam is M1 is equal to 33 gram. If you want, take the screenshot. Now let us solve the next question. A calorimeter has mass 100 gram and specific heat 0.1 kilocalorie per kilogram degree Celsius. It contains 250 gram of liquid at 30 degrees Celsius, having specific heat of 0.4 kilocalorie per kilogram degree Celsius. If we drop a piece of ice of mass 10 gram at 0 degrees Celsius, what will be the temperature of the mixture? This is a question. Okay. Calorimeter contains water. Okay. Calorimeter contains water is there. We know what will be the temperature of liquid. That same temperature will have for calorimeter also. Okay. This is the calorimeter and it contains liquid. When we drop a piece of ice in the liquid, we know ice temperature is 0 degrees Celsius and the liquid temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. So heat will flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. That means ice will absorb heat, calorimeter and water. Temperature will decrease. Okay. When ice absorbs heat, it will get converted to water. Okay. Then water at 0 degrees Celsius will get converted to water at T degrees Celsius. Here, we don't know what is the temperature of the mixture. Only thing we know is when we will put ice in a liquid. Okay. The temperature of ice will increase, calorimeter and liquid will decrease, and finally, the temperature of all the three will become heat by the principle of heat exchange. Heat flows from higher to lower, and this process will continue till the temperature becomes equal. So we don't know the temperature, let it be T. We want to find out this temperature, the temperature of the mixture. Is that clear question? So let us start with what is given in the question. Calorimeter has mass 100 grams. So mass of calorimeter is 100. Then 250 gram of liquid. Mass of liquid is 250 gram. And ice mass is 10 gram. Okay. Now, specific heat of ice we know it is constant 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Then specific heat of liquid is given 0.4 kilocalorie per kilogram degree Celsius. That is 0.4. Then specific heat of calorimeter is given, that is 0.1. Okay. Now T1 means initial temperature, T2 is the final temperature. Initial temperature of ice we know 0 degrees Celsius. The temperature of liquid and calorimeter is 30 degrees Celsius. Okay. So final temperature we want to find out. Final temperature will be equal for all the three. We wrote here T, capital T. Okay. Latent heat of ice we know 80 calorie per gram. Okay. These are the things given in the question. Now, let us start with the solution. Next step is to find, here we want to find out a T value, temperature of the mixture. The formula used is Q is equal to ml and Q is equal to mc delta T. We know when ice at 0 degrees Celsius absorbs heat, ice will get converted to, first we will start with ice. Okay. Ice at 0 degrees Celsius will get converted to water at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now, water at 0 degrees Celsius will get converted to water at T degrees Celsius. Okay. We'll put here arrow mark. Ice to water, then water to water at T degrees Celsius. Okay, now here ice at 0 to water at 0. State is changed, ice to water, but temperature is the same. So we have to use the formula M into L. Okay. Let the heat energy absorbed by water be Q. Ice is Q, water we will take it as Q1 and calorimeter as Q2. So we can write here, heat energy absorbed by ice is Q is equal to ml plus, here water at 0 degrees Celsius is converted to water at T degrees Celsius. That means temperature is changed. If temperature is changed, we have to use the formula mc delta T. Okay, let it be equation number 1. Now, next is water. In the case of water, that is liquid in the calorimeter, initial temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. It will get converted to water at T degrees Celsius. There is no change of phase. Only temperature is changed. It lost heat. Let it be Q2. So we can write Q2 is equal to, we took it as Q1. Okay, Q1 is equal to, only temperature is changed. There is no change of phase. So we can write which formula? Q is equal to M1 C1 delta T. Okay, let it be equation number 2. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Is that clear till here? Now, next is calorimeter. In the case of calorimeter also, temperature of calorimeter is 30 degrees Celsius. It will get converted to T degrees Celsius. Okay. So we can write, in the case of calorimeter, we can write Q2. Heat energy lost is Q2. So we can write calorimeter we can write Q2 is equal to M2 C2 delta T2. Okay, we can write Q2 is equal to M2 C2 delta T2. Okay, let it be equation number 3. Calorimeter and water lost heat energy, ice gained heat energy. So we know by the principle of heat exchange from equation number 1, 2 and 3, we can write Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. Okay, now we can substitute the values. Q we know ml plus mc delta T, and Q1 is m1 c1 delta T1 and Q2 is m2 c2 delta T2. Q is ml plus mc delta T. Mass of ice is 10 into L is 80 plus mc delta T, that is m is 10 into C into delta T is difference in temperature, means higher temperature minus lower temperature, that is T minus 0, because ice is absorbing heat, so its temperature is increasing. Higher temperature will be T, so T minus 0 will be T only. So we can write here T is equal to Q1 plus Q2. Q1 is M1 C1. M1 is, next column this one, M1 is 250 into C1 is 0.4 into delta T. Here higher temperature, water and calorimeter lost heat, so their initial temperature is 30. So if they will lose heat, temperature will decrease. So higher temperature will be 30 only. Delta T is higher temperature minus lower temp. So here we can write 30 minus T. Okay. Into 30 minus T. That one over. Now plus M2 C2 delta T. M2 is 100. Okay. 100 M2 C2 into C2 is 0.1 into delta T. That is 30 minus T. Okay. We'll multiply and write 80 into 10, 800 plus 10T is equal to 250 into 0.4. 25 into 4 is 100. Okay. 100 into 30 minus T. Okay. Plus 100 into 0.1, 10. 10 into 30 minus T. Now here 30 minus T is common. We'll take 30 minus T common in the next step. That is 800 plus 10T is equal to 30 minus T into 30 minus T. What is remaining? 100 plus 10. That is 110. Now open the bracket. 800 plus 20 is equal to 30 into 110. That is 11 into 3 is 33. Then 2 zeros minus 120. Okay. Here one minus 100T is there and on left side 10T is there. So take minus 110 to the left side. We will get 110 plus 10T, that is 120T, is equal to 800. Take to the other side, we will get 3300 minus 800. That is 120T is equal to 3300 minus 800 is 2500. Okay, therefore T is equal to 2500 divided by 120. Okay, 0 0 will get cancelled. We will get 25 upon 12. 25 upon 12 is 20.8. Okay, so we got temperature of the mixture is T is equal to 20.8 degree Celsius. Okay, this is the temperature of the mixture. Okay, is that clear? Temperature of the mixture is 20.8 degrees Celsius. If you want, you can write the temperature of the mixture is 20.8 degree Celsius. If you want, take the screenshot. Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe, comment and share.